you should be like this, da 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 da. Fucking advertising industry that's mucking up the youth, mucking up everybody, like, just basic concepts of human kindness and like what humans are and like how we function have all been like corporately sculpted into like the mess that we're doing now, and that's why there's such shit communication and all this other stuff, and it sucks, but like once again, that's another one of those outside forces. But that's another one of those outside forces you can't control. What you can control is how much influence it has over you in your life. Like as best you can, like when you start to recognize like things that are affecting you, you can choose for the most part, like emotions have at least like a seed of rationality in them of of like anger. Like we took this course on emotions. I did it for some breadth of knowledge credits, but I actually took a second class because she was this wonderful British lady, and she just made you look at the world in a completely different way. It was just great. She like anger, for example. She discussed that there was this researcher named Lyons, who was kind of in between because like you look at like Aristotle and he says like, oh, all emotions are like a chariot. There's a driver behind the seat like controlling it, and like for anger, for example, I keep saying that, but like when you get angry, you're slighted by something, but you have to have the knowledge that you're slighted by something in order to be angry. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know. And then you've got people like oh, forgive me, I can't remember what his name is, but there was a guy that was like, no, all emotions are just left over from the jungle, as it or from evolution. Like they're like a sneeze. Is that like you don't really have control over them? And like honestly, both those answers are bullshit. Like Aristotle, good for your day. Other guy, I don't know what you were on, but no. We got a guy in between lines. He's like, it's kind of both, and like that's how it is. Like a lot of life, not black and white. It's kind of both. Where's it going with this? Right, emotions. You can control how how that affects you in life, and like you might think that sounds like bullshit, but like if you give it a try of like of fuck, if you give it if you give it a try of letting letting you control how things affect you, like what's an easy example? Like all right, like traffic, sure. So like there's a bunch of traffic, like you're listening to your tunes, you're having a good day, you're on your way to work, like, and then like you hit a train. It's like there's never a train. You hit a train, you're gonna be fucking late for work. Your boss is gonna be pissed. Like, oh man, this is gonna be a rotten day. Now stop right there. For all you know, in a couple hours, you could fucking win a lottery ticket for like $1,000 million and retire forever. And then would you say it was a bad day? No, you'd forget all the fuck about all that traffic and the damn train. You wouldn't give a shit about that train. Fuck, you buy the train. You don't give a shit. But if you start off your day like that, like you allow that to get to you and to affect you, like an outside force. You can't control the train unless you're listening right now and you're a train conductor, in which case move that train out of my way. But I digress. If you let that outside force affect like what the rest of your day is going to be like, you let it dictate that, like you won't be happy. You can't let it, like it can annoy you and you're like, ah man, but you know what, grab your phone, fucking put on a feel good song, sing a song just to turn it all around, because you're not going to have a bad day. You're not gonna, because you're not letting it get to you. And like sometimes like you're so overwhelmed with shit and like there's so much else going on, you can't like control it. And I don't mean like, oh, you should always be in perfect control of your emotions. No, that's not how emotions work. But you can, for the most part, on a day-to-day level, find a modicum, just a little bit of control over what might be happening to you by these outside forces.